We back!
We back, babies!
Episode 2.
This time I got my own mic. Mic check 1, 2. Okay, what topic we talking about? Hey, enjoy it off season because on season we're like this. Okay, what are we talking about today?
I don't know.
What's a fun topic?
I think... Oh, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
That looks really good.
Mm-hmm. What's a good topic? We talked about food, the biggie. Oh, I guess we talked about this the other day about training with your partner or alone.
Yeah, we can talk about training.
So what's your favorite muscle group to train? Chest. All the time. Chest, I feel like, isn't that like a guy thing? Chest or something? Every time you ask a guy, chest. It's chest day.
Yeah.
Why
it
is that?
Because it's just fun to just
Like
push it. Like get off of me. Like, you just feel, you feel very dominant during the exercise, and then the pump you get afterwards is like, it just looks good.
I actually didn't even know. I don't really even notice chest.
Yeah, but you love shoulders, so you probably get that same feeling, but chest is just like on another level. It's like shoulders, but like more.
Oh, wait, you know what I did today that helped me do the lift off without asking you for help?
What?
So what I struggle with, I love dumbbell shoulder press, but the hard part is when I want to go up, I can't get the lift off. Like I can push the weight, I just can't lift it off. My knees just don't kick that high. So I was stuck using an incline bench. So usually it's like I can use the short one that's like straight, but I was using this little incline one, and because of that, I was able to like give momentum and kicked it up.
But then
I'm not like fully upright. It's just slightly.
Then
So I mean, it might be it hits a little differently.
I actually prefer that to having everything stacked, because when it's stacked like this, I feel like the way that you have to stabilize is very demanding. But when you can be slightly leaned back and have a whole back support, it allows you to offload some of the stabilization requirements into other things. It just becomes a more stable variation.
Oh, yeah. So I don't usually do that, but today I was able to kick it up myself.
Yeah.
So
And also your shoulder, the muscle fibers, it's not like they go like straight up and down. So like this kind of thing, like I see why you would like intuitively think that this is the best movement pattern for shoulders, because your shoulders are on top of your body, but the fibers really don't go this way. They go more this way. So anything that comes across your body like this is gonna hit the shoulders, and this might actually be a better way to.
Then why do they have the shoulder press barbell? It's always up like this. You don't see it inclining. Well, I mean, there's some.
I don't know why. Like that's the thing. That's like, just because a piece of machinery is designed in a certain way doesn't mean that the person that designed it made it like
But a lot. It's kind of a staple. You go to any gym, it's like that. So it's not just one person.
I mean,
that created it. It's different brands. There's staples for a reason.
Yeah, sure, but that doesn't mean that
it's the best.
It's the best. It just means that it's a staple. Maybe it's also like the simplest one to build, or it's just what people expect to see in a gym, so it's there.
Yeah. So yeah, I just thought about it. When it's this flat, it's hard for me to like kick it up, because you have to like kick directly up, and it's pretty heavy, 35, 40 even. So when it's inclined, I can literally have like a momentum. It's like whoosh, whoosh. And then, yeah.
Yeah, it's also like what works best for you. I mean, like treadmills is probably the staple cardio, right? And like, but for us, stairs is just better. And so like stairs is common, but if you go to a hotel gym, chances are they'll have a treadmill,
or a bike.
They probably won't have a Stairmaster. Maybe they will, but like probably not. So just because something is less common doesn't mean it's less good.
I feel like this off season, definitely a muscle that you have grown just because you love training it and been going ham on it, for your quads.
Oh.
Quads. And you're a good poser too.
What?
I don't know. That's a quad posing. That's like something else. But anyways, so I'm excited for you to do classic. I think it's good that it's good to be proportioned. And I've noticed lately a lot of guys been hitting a lot of legs.
Oh yeah.
Legs.
Yeah.
Legs is brutal.
Yeah, the quads have come up a very, very long way.
Yeah.
But it's not just about training them more. Like I've always trained really hard, but it's about finding the exercises that work well for you.
Yeah, and what if you're able to connect with it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not just like you hear bodybuilders say like you have to do heavy squats to grow your legs. Like for me, I don't. Like they're great, but it just destroys me. And then it impacts the rest of my training and it impacts so many other things that I don't know if it's actually benefiting me at that point. So if I can get like 80% of the stimulus of a squat from a leg extension, but then only have 10% of the negative impacts for the next 3 or 4 days, meaning like my sleep is not impacted, my appetite's not all out of funk, like my mood is still okay, then I'll take that. And then over time, the like not having as much negative side effects compounds over and over again. And I feel like that's what caused my legs to grow. Instead of just like squatting or leg pressing like crazy amounts of weight. Like it's still nice to do that every now and then, every now and then you kind of have to like have a challenge day where you're just like, let's just push some heavy shit. But then for the majority of the time, I don't think that's sustainable. And I think if you can still get good amount of growth from a muscle, like from an exercise that you just connect better with, maybe it doesn't have as much muscle damaging effects and therefore not as much growth, but you can do it more consistently, then I think that's the better option, at least for me.
Yeah. Well, what I kind of changed with my training this off season was definitely need to grow more size in my legs. So previous years, I've been getting my numbers up with leg press, and just depending how you place your feet on the leg press will target different areas of your glutes. So the way I was leg pressing, I was going pretty heavy, like I think I maxed out 5 plates each side. And the way I was targeting my feet placement, I think it really worked my upper glutes. So I feel like
that's why your upper glute is always so full.
So bubbly. It's because I went so heavy on it, and you can't even feel it when you when you twist your leg out or your feet. So then what I was lacking was like density on my legs. And when I was training hamstrings, I did a lot of leg curls, and they're shit. Now, well, not shit. It's a learning experience. But now reflecting back, I would go heavy and I would lean back, and it's like, yeah, I'm pushing the weight, and I thought I was making progress, but really, now that I'm training it correctly,
you weren't doing shit.
I know. I was like, no wonder my hamstrings, I didn't have any.
You were just in there spinning your gears, just like moving weight, but not using the muscle.
Yeah. So what I've definitely learned is yeah, you need to go heavy, but you need to have your foundation. You need to connect with the muscle. I like to sometimes close my eyes when I'm training and just like imagine the muscle and how it's working.
You mean like at the fully extended part, like between reps, maintaining tension there?
I don't go all the way, because when you're all the way, you kind of like take a breath and you're like losing the tension.
You don't relax the muscle, but you go as far as you can while keeping
the tension. Yeah. Yeah. Even sometimes before I do a workout, I'll pretend I'm doing the motion already. So I'm mentally, okay, I need to stop here and go here. I'm feeling what muscle I'm doing, and then I'll stack on the weights.
Yeah, you have to visualize the set before you go into it. If you just like slap the weight on and then just start moving, like it ain't gonna go well. You have to really, like, if you're taking your set seriously, the set starts before you touch the weight. It starts in your head, and you have to visualize the whole rep, and like you said, knowing where you're stopping, where you're ending, and what that will feel like. And then to take it a step further, you have to know, okay, maybe after rep 4 or 5, I will start to get tired. So what's my strategy for pushing through, because I'm supposed to get 8 or 9. So maybe that's where I reset and take my big breath. And then after that, I do it two reps later. And maybe I have some like mental strategy to help myself push some story you made up or some emotion that you've built, something to like help you push through that moment when your body is telling you to quit.
Okay, good question. This is a good question. What's going on in your mind, or some tips to help you push when it's getting kind of rough to finish the set? Like, what helps? Because it's like burning, and a lot of people are like, oh, like it burns. I need to drop the weights, or like, how do you? Because you can only grow when you're pushed past that point, right? Because naturally your body is like, okay, it's hurting. Like, drop the weight. You can't take this pain anymore. So, what are some tips, or what's going through your mind when that happens?
I don't know. It changes. Like,
I know it does change depending on your mood, depending on.
yeah, some days you go in there and the thing that's going to get you past that point is just sometimes you can really lean into emotion and be like, today when I get to that point, I'm just going to get angry. And a lot of times it's not like get angry at a person or a thing. Sometimes you just have to tap into that angry energy and that pushes you through.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like another thing what helped me is to smile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're like, like push. You're like 2, 3 more, I'm dying. And then, when sometimes people are angry, they drop the weight, they're like, or like, oh. But then what helped me was to smile, because it's like burning, especially quads. And you're like, oh my God, it burns so much. And after you're done, you just smile. And then everything just feels better.
You're kind of like tricking your brain, like rewiring it to associate the pain of the burn with like happiness.
Yes. Like you're like, because then you're like ready to next set.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll just sing. Like I'm just like, and then I'll just like finish my song.
It's kind of like, have you ever had something on your body that was just like really itchy, but for whatever reason you can't itch it? Like for me, like if I'm riding a motorcycle and like the back of my head is really itchy, I can't take my helmet off. Like I'm riding. So then like sometimes I just have to like, it doesn't, like I just have to say like, yeah, like no, it doesn't itch. And then eventually it goes away. I feel like what you're saying with the smiling and when the muscle's burning, it's kind of like that. It's like, it doesn't burn. And you're just like, I'm happy actually. And then it's fine.
Yeah. Even sometimes when I'm hitting the weights and you're like, oh, like, that you have a mindset, okay, I'm gonna hit 12. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere it hits 10. You're like, oh fuck, it's starting to hurt. But it didn't hurt like a second ago. Because you're just like, oh shit, it's getting closer.
Yeah.
So you build this up, but you're like, I could probably go more than 12 if I didn't set it at 12.
I think what you're saying can also apply on a bigger scale to an entire prep. Because especially when people do their first prep, they say, I'm doing an 8-week cut and then I'm getting on stage. And they're really motivated in the beginning, like you are in the beginning of your set. But then like week 7, week 8, all of a sudden it's like, I'm dying. Like I just cannot wait to eat. And like, but like 3 weeks ago, which is really not that long, like you were fine. And it's not because you got lean. It's because you told yourself this cut will last 8 weeks and we're on week 7. Internally in your mind, it's like, oh, this is suffering. So after the show in a week, I'm going crazy. But like, if you would just have a different mindset about like, this is not an 8-week cut, this is a 16-week thing, or this is however long it takes to get ready, where you just remove this like, I'm doing 8 reps or I'm doing 8 weeks of prep. Once you start to get closer to that 8-week mark or whatever, you don't feel like you're about to give out, because it's an indefinite thing. It's like it will just keep going. So you have to just keep pushing as far as you can. Like that mindset that you have for training, it can help for your strategy for prep. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Whee!
Hey, don't let me hang